So this is RCA. It's a little hub of, in the evening, entertainment, and in the daytime there's several different things going on here, from nice little places to places where you can just chill out and have a coffee. There's a little supermarket over here, and entertainment wise there's even a go-kart track on here as well. So what we're going to do, we're just going to walk down this way here. Most people just head up there, but I'm going to walk down here. So we'll have a little trip down here, and then we're going to walk along the whole length of it, okay? There's always a variety of places when you come down any street in Thailand. There's not many places like this where you can park everywhere. It's one thing that is unusual about RCA, is there's a lot of parking on the road, which is highly unusual, because normally if you drive in Bangkok, it's a real pain trying to park anywhere, unless you go to a main shopping mall. And you'll see what I mean by this being a little bit of a bike hub with this chopper here. Okay, so slightly unusual there, going back to like 1970s style chop, but that's good. I like that, something different. And then up here you'll see Top Supermarket. If you're not familiar with supermarkets in Thailand, we'll be covering that on our other channel, Locator Boutique, which is more about expats and more like living in Thailand and Laos as opposed to traveling, okay? So if you're on business or you're spending more time here, then Top Supermarket is quite a nice supermarket, offer good quality stuff. It's not cheap, but it's not very expensive either. And you see down here, there's always an array of different businesses. There's a couple of spas along here, a couple of clinics, which we don't talk about. It's not our style. And basically there's a lot of entertainment down here. You see down here there's, it looks like a bit of an old rundown cinema with some sort of a, oh, I know what that is. There's a couple of these around here. It's like a fitness studio. Now this is something we will be covering again on Locator Boutique, is fitness and gyms and studios and stuff like this, okay? So we'll be covering these in the near future, okay? As another thing that we've got here as well, there's some golf ranges down here as well, driving ranges, okay? So we'll look at those in the future as well. But this all comes to a bit of an end down here in a short while, but I'll just show you down here out of curiosity, but also it'll give me a slightly better view of some accommodation that I want to show you anyway. Just above my head as we're walking along here, see this bit up here? That's the airport link up there, okay? So just in case you're wondering what that big structure is, it's not a road, that's the airport link train line. But this is where RCA sort of starts and finishes. It's a bit of a strange place because it's just one straight road, which is split by another couple of roads, and they've just built shops and some entertainment. During the daytime, it actually, like a lot of night venues, it actually looks a little bit run down and a little bit dilapidated in places. And in fact, if you walk along this stretch here, down these malls down here, you'd think it was all going like be demolished in the next few weeks, but it actually isn't. It's a lot of businesses here, they do come and go, but a lot of the businesses are thriving, and RCA is it's a good local place for business, good place to come and do business and find some local businesses too. It's a good meeting place because it's pretty easy to get to. So we'll walk back along this edge and I'll show you what's happening along here. So we'll do the full length of RCA in a moment or two. So you'll see the airport link there. So we're just going to walk from this end, which is the quiet end, and we're just going to walk right back, going back towards Paramgao, okay? So we'll walk the full length of RCA and show you in points along here at interesting intervals, okay? So I won't just leave the camera on, I'll turn it on and off as we go along so you can see some stuff. So we'll start here and we'll have a little walk through. This gives you a nice look down RCA and what it's like. I wouldn't really come here as a tourist during the daytime, but maybe if I lived here and I was looking for a specific business or I wanted to buy a Triumph or whatever, then yeah, I'd come down here. But unless you live locally around here, there's a lot of new condos being built around here, so it's a lot busier than it used to be. But it's not a place that I come to on a regular basis, but it isn't that far from my home actually. You see that big building in the distance, that big grey thing that they're building out there? That's just by Fortune Town, so it shows you how close it is to where I live. But I do find it quite interesting down here. I think it's got a different feel than a lot of Bangkok. It's a bit wider, it's a bit more open, it's a bit more relaxed as well in a lot of ways because the traffic isn't as crazy as many places. So what we're going to do, we're just going to have a little walk up here. And we'll have a little look in here. Now this is this place that I told you about before. You see here we've got a little coffee shop here, and then next door to it this is this little aerial factory for doing some different sorts of fitness and so on. So this is one place where you can go where you can have coffee and salad as well. Now it's interesting this because salads, especially good salads, are hard to come across in Bangkok. Okay, so this is one place that's actually really nice where you can come and just relax. So this fits the bill for several different things. This gives you a nice look down RCA and what it's like. I wouldn't really come here as a tourist during the daytime, but maybe if I lived here and I was looking for a specific business or I wanted to buy a Triumph or whatever, then yeah, I'd come down here. But unless you live locally around here, there's a lot of new condos being built around here, so it's a lot busier than it used to be. But it's not a place that I come to on a regular basis, but it isn't that far from my home actually. You see that big building in the distance, that big grey thing that they're building out there? That's just by Fortune Town, so it shows you how close it is to where I live. But I do find it quite interesting down here. I think it's got a different feel than a lot of Bangkok. It's a bit wider, it's a bit more open, it's a bit more relaxed as well in a lot of ways because the traffic isn't as crazy as many places. So what we're going to do, we're just going to have a little walk up here. And we'll have a little look in here. Now this is this place that I told you about before. You see here we've got a little coffee shop here, and then next door to it this is this little aerial factory for doing some different sorts of fitness and so on. So this is one place where you can go where you can have coffee and salad as well. Now it's interesting this because salads, especially good salads, are hard to come across in Bangkok. Okay, so this is one place that's actually really nice where you can come and just relax. So this fits the bill for several different things. So as we walk down here, again being aware of the traffic, you'll see more of a variety of different cafes, bars down here. And as you go down here and along, there's more and more bars as you go along. I mean, these used to all be nightclubs all down here, but they've all changed into more like small restaurants and bars and cafes. So the scene has changed a little bit from when I first came here some 10 years ago. It was a very different scene here. It was mainly just several very large nightclubs. But now it's gone smaller, maybe more indie. But I think changed for the better. So it's a good variety to come here at night. So would I come here during the daytime as a tourist? No. Would I come here at night time as a tourist? Yes. Why? Simple, because it's full of Thai people. And if you come to Bangkok and you come to Thailand, you want to see Thai people. You don't want to see foreigners everywhere. You don't want to go and sit in a bar full of foreigners. It's just like being at home. It sort of defeats the object of coming to a foreign country. You want to taste and feel that foreign country. So here you get a good feel of Thailand. You get a good feel of nightlife here, bars, clubs, little different bistros all the way along here. So you'll get a nice feel of everything. Thai people out enjoying themselves on both sides of the road, not only this side. See, we're back at Triumph now. Not only on this side, but also along this side too. There's quite a few different style bars and things along here. Okay, so very different. There's also several fitness places along here too. Okay, so you'll be able to, if you're into your fitness or you want to get into your fitness, there are several places along here to choose from. Okay, so that's quite a good pointer. Ranging from like this place here, Hot Man Factory Speed Fitness. Okay, ranging from that to the little place that I showed you before. So this is coming down now to the Vespa bar that I showed you before, and these places here, the LAX, and this one that opens at 5 till midnight. Most places are closing around about midnight or 1 o'clock. Now take this with a pinch of salt, because the opening hours I'm not sure about, because since the death of the king, the whole thing about what time do entertainment venues close, it's a fluid situation at the moment. Okay, some places are closing at 12, some places are closing at 1. That will change in the future. Exactly when, I don't know.